Okay, so today we're in the Altitude Centre in London and we're going to undertake 190 kilometre duathlon, which is the long range duathlon, 10k run, 150k bike, 30k run at 12 to 12,500 feet.
My name is James, I'm the lead performance specialist here at the Altitude Centre in London. The Altitude Centre are the UK's #1 provider of simulated altitude training. As far as I know, no one's done anything this long or this high at simulated altitude before. When you go to that altitude, obviously you've got less oxygen available to you, there's less oxygen enters the lungs, and then ultimately that means there's less oxygen in the blood. And that's important because both the muscles and the brain are really oxygen hungry, particularly when we're exercising. So I think what Darren's experiencing at the moment during his event is that kind of oxygen deprivation. It's going to start impacting his performance in that he's going to have a higher heart rate for a given power output, particularly as time goes on. And the thing that we're a little bit concerned by with his challenge in particular is because of the amount of time that he's going to be going for is the risk of symptoms of altitude sickness developing. So things like headache, nausea, dizziness, which we wouldn't usually have if we're operating at lower altitudes. But because of the challenge that he's putting himself through, we're potentially dealing with those sorts of issues.
Yeah, pretty cheeky, to be honest. Didn't think it was going to be that hard. So, I've got a massive headache now. And I think the oxygen was going quite low. You definitely feel it. You feel heavy lead legs. And it's just there's no oxygen probably going to the muscle to make them work, but yeah, I mean, decent enough. I think 1 hour 20 was it? So only an hour 30k on that and 150 in the bike.
I'm Malin McDonald, I'm the CEO at Resilient Nutrition. We make sustainable performance nutrition products, and we've been working with Darren on the last couple of events, and we've been here today at the London Altitude Centre. Really running an experiment to see that how's he going to perform at roughly 12,500 feet. So we went into this kind of with a basic plan based around long range fuel. It's our core endurance product, but we knew also that at altitude the body tends to burn more carbs than it does fats or protein. So we adjusted the model really to cater for that. One of the byproducts of working at altitude is dehydration, so the body tends to lose a lot of fluids.
Not bad, 11.5 hours overall. So breakdown of 6.5 in the bike and 5 hours in the run.
Just remind me again what you've done, Darren. At a height of 12,000 feet, you did a 10 kilometre run.
Yeah.
150 kilometre cycle ride.
Yeah.
And then a 30 kilometre run.
Yeah.
And you did all that in under 12 hours.
Yeah, 11.5 bang on. So it was 5 hours for the run, which is just under a marathon, or 100 laps of a running track, and then the bike 115, 6.5.
And you've raised £13,000. How much are you hoping to raise, Darren?
It would be nice up around the 15, you know, and I've had so many donations come in and through Just Giving, and it is fantastic. And you know, I want to thank everyone and anyone who's going to donate or who has donated. And thanks very much. I really appreciate it.
All right. Well, you're heroic. You're going to have a good sleep tomorrow.
Yeah. So I think I'll have a little Guinness tonight on the way home as I finish all these.
Just one. Just one.
Maybe two. And then yeah.
And then a good sleep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, look, well done, Darren. I say you make me feel completely inadequate. That's Darren Hardy, veteran and extreme endurance athlete.